Hey everyone, David here with a new video. This one I want to give you an early look into a new app I'm working on. This one is for playing old school RPGs, okay? So I want to capture that classic fantasy style or theme. So the first thing I want to show you here is the hex map. This one I'm using a tile set by an artist named Thomas Novosel. I hope I'm pronouncing that all right. Okay, so I think this art style really captures that old school vibe I'm going for with the app. So the first thing I want to show you is how to add tiles. So down here you have this toolbar for the hex map, and let's say we want to extend this map a little bit. So here we have this option where you just click to add a tile, and here we have a paintbrush mode where you just hold your mouse button, and as you move the mouse around, it will paint with different terrain and features. So let's say I'm going to add a little shrub forest here, maybe add, and let's make this actual forest here larger. And we could add some mountains down here, perhaps. And notice, of course, that you can draw outside the existing map that we have here. And also, of course, we have these ocean tiles, which I don't know, they just look so beautiful, is the word I would use to describe them. They look really nice. This artist really did an awesome job with these tiles, and the tiles are called strange tiles, if I remember correctly. I'm going to leave a link in the description to his page, so you know where it comes from. Okay, so the idea here is that perhaps this is the area where we start our game, and as we play we can expand this map upwards here, and we can add more tiles. So like there could be mountains down here that reach down below to this forest down here. We can let's add some trees, and I think this gets the idea of what you can do on our map. Okay, right. So this is the hex map. As you can see, it has a very particular style, and I'm trying to make it as easy to use as possible. And you can just drag your character into any hex down here, so that way you are exploring the hex map, so to say. You can change the color, right-clicking here. Let's say we use this one. And now I want to show you, if you press on any of these tiles, let's say that we press on this one right here. All these panels you're seeing here, they are early prototypes, so to say, so they're going to look much better, have much more detail later on. But let's say we're going to add a location here, and let's just call it a castle, okay? So we have a castle location. Notice that an icon appears here on the tile, and if you press on the castle here, it opens another panel. Here you can add a description, and again, this panel is going to be much more powerful later on. We're going to have NPCs, locations inside that location, and so on. The kind of things you have come to expect from me in the Ogre. By the way, the Ogre is another app that I made for playing solo RPGs. But I plan to have similar features in this app. Okay, so here we create a new map, and we press here on create tile map. Okay, and this brings us to another map screen. This one is the map for that castle. Okay, and if we go down here, this is the edit toolbar, and all you have to do is press and drag the mouse, and you start creating tiles. Okay, so you can also press shift and then drag the mouse, and you have this box selection tool. I don't know the correct name for it, but that's how I'm calling it, the box selection tool, or the box drawing tool perhaps. And this way you can really quickly draw a floor plan or a map of the dungeon or the location. In this case, it's supposed to be a castle. Okay, the idea I'm going for is a really quick and really easy way to make your maps. And if we press this button here, then we are making walls, and we use the box tool, and it adds walls to all the outer tiles. You can also add, for example, if we do this like this, and then we go back to the wall tool, and we can remove this, so it's an empty hole or space here on our map. All right, This is still very early. The tile maps, you can't change the color of the tiles yet and all that stuff, but I'm planning on adding all that, obviously. Okay, let's go back to our world map or hex map. And the other thing I want to show you is the rule set or the character panel or character sheet, however you want to call it, that we have here. So basically, right now I have the rule set that I have is more Borg. However, this is only going to be a foundation for the rule set that I want to build on top of it. So for example, now we only have 4 attributes like it is in Morgborg, but I plan to add all 6 attributes from classic D&D or OSR games. And that my idea is that whatever I build, whatever rule set I build, is going to be compatible with adventures and monsters and stuff like that from other game systems like old school essentials, basic fantasy, and so on. Okay, so now we move over to the inventory panel of the character sheet. And here you can add equipment to your character. We press this button here and we see a list of available equipment. So let's give him some armor. And notice if you hover on an item, you get a panel with details about that item. For example, this an armor, you have the value, you have how much damage it reduces, and so on. Okay, so we just simply drag the armor here. Let's also give him another helmet, this one. Swords. Let's say we just give a simple sword and a shield. Okay, now we can close here. And the last thing I want to show you is this combat panel. So when we press start combat, you see we have these buttons here that they interact with the event log. Okay, see that when I start combat, we get the message that our character has entered combat. Now if we use the short sword to attack, here we set the DR or the difficulty rating. We press attack and we see that our attack was a failure, and we get the details of the roll. And we also do defense rolls. This come from Morgborg. And you see the details. The armor is supposed to reduce d6 damage if we succeed at this roll. Okay, so a critical 20 plus 1 critical. Okay, so in this case our armor would reduce damage or whatever the rule set tells us. And the last thing I want to show you here is that now in this event log we have we can roll dice directly from here. For example, a d20 and plus 3. So now it's really easy to make a dice roll, as you can see. So our d20 was 8 plus the 3, that's an 11. And we can also do like 2d20 plus 3. So, okay, you see 10 plus 6 plus the 3, 19, and so on. So those 3 are the main features that I want to start with: the hex map, the tile map, and the character sheet. Those 3 are the ones I want to really nail down before I make an official release or the first release. I will be uploading this to my Patreon at some point, maybe in a few days. I want to upload the early version for my patrons, but the proper release is still a few weeks at least or more away. I want to talk about the app a little bit, my plans for it. So first thing is that this is going to be an offline app, a fully offline application. It's Windows. I'm building it in a framework called Flutter, which allows me to use the same code to release it on different platforms. But at first it's going to be just Windows because I'm a solo developer, so I don't want to get overwhelmed by releasing it on different platforms at the same time. But this is going to be fully offline. You don't need any kind of connection. You don't need any account to log in or anything like that. You just download it and play like a regular game. I plan on adding a lot of features. Those of you who know me from the Ogre know that I've been working on that for 5 years, and I will continue to work on that too. Don't worry. I've worked on that for 5 years, and since the very first version, I've been making constant updates all the time, adding new things, so many new features, and so many things that I didn't think I would be able to do when I first started doing the Ogre, that are now a core part of the app. So all I'm saying is that whatever is in the first release is only the beginning, and it's only a very small portion of what I want to do with this app. And I think that after 5 years working on the Ogre non-stop, I think that you guys know me and know what I'm about with these apps that I'm building. And well, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give you all kind of like an early access view of what I'm working on, because I've been working on this for a couple of weeks now, more like a month maybe, uh, alone, and no one knows about it. And sometimes it gets like, what am I doing, right? Like, is someone going to actually like this, use it, whatever? And I figure if I make this video and you guys see it, maybe you can give me some ideas. You can tell me, I would like to see this or that. So if you do, please leave comments below. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do, so you stay on the loop for what's coming next for this app and also for the Ogre. And by the way, I don't have a name for this app yet. Here on the corner, you can see it says Midnight Compass. That's kind of like a prototype or an internal name I came up with. I don't even remember why I chose that name, but I don't know if that's going to be the name. I don't think so. Probably something more that has more to do with what the app does. But I don't know. I'm starting to like the name since I read it every day while I'm coding. Well, thank you for watching this. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you would like to support me, you could join my Patreon, where I'm going to release an early version of this, and where I also have a lot of content, PDF, and things that I've made through the years. Thank you. Bye.